Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, Professor, what do you think of the one-of printing of the one true ring? Announced as part of the upcoming modern legal Lord of the Rings set, Wizards of the Coast previewed not only the new card, the One Ring, but the many alternate art versions of it that will be available, including an extended art and an alternate art, at least one of which is to be found in collector booster packs, currently listed at $440 for 12 packs. But the whales, they were all of them deceived. For there was another, and as advertised on the box itself, a serialized ring card can be found. And of those serialized ring cards, only one will be printed. That's right. This card will only have one copy in all of existence. It's one of one, and it's in a collector booster pack somewhere. So they are printing one single version of a copy of the One Ring and putting it Willy Wonka golden ticket style inside those delicious $35 a pop collector booster packs. What do you think of that, Professor? What's your sizzling hot take? Ultimate WotC greed? I mean, yeah, it is, but I don't care. Do you really care about this? I just can't. Along those same lines, many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, what do you think of the upcoming secret lair, Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, the movie, the Magic the Gathering cards? Now, before I go any further, possible leak warning. You know, I don't really think this counts as a leak. I'm not one for covering leaked cards like ever, but I don't think these are really leaks because they were originally posted by Wizards of the Coast on an official Facebook ad in Singapore, but then quickly deleted, so I guess they didn't mean to post them. It's a spoiler, so I'll give you a spoiler code for those who don't want to be spoiled. Spoiler code, but again, Wizards of the Coast posted these. Is it a leak when you're the one doing the leaking? You know, it's okay, Wizards of the Coast. You're getting older, and leaking yourself is something that starts to happen in a lot of game companies your age. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, and it was just a little leakage. Anyway, skip to this time code if you don't want to see the cards or hear my thoughts on them. You skip to this time code, you can still hear me complain about things, or not complain about things, because I don't care. You still hear my thoughts, Professor's thought. This is the code if you don't want spoilers for the secret lair. So these cards, first off, are amazing designs. They are interesting, exciting. They offer cool new commander strategies and build around me ideas, and as with a lot of universes beyond, the designers obviously put a lot of work into making these stand out. Hella cool, and oh my god, that's Hugh Grant and Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez on them. These are Magic the Gathering cards with Chris Pine and Hugh Grant and Michelle Rodriguez on them. Like, these aren't illustrations of the fictional characters from Dungeons & Dragons lore. These are the literal actors. It's Hugh Grant, the Magic card. Hugh Grant is a Magic card now. Michelle Rodriguez is a Magic card now. A mechanically unique Magic card that you currently can only get via Secret Lair. Greetings, fellow Magic players. My commander is Chris Pine. I'm gonna tap the ball to help cast a dance battle and copy Dustin, Gadget Genius. Then I'm gonna swing Chris Pine, the Megatron commander player, because I want to do that before they have time to equip Megatron with Lucille. So what do I think about Chris Pine being a Magic the Gathering card now? I mean, at least it's not Chris Pratt, am I right? I don't care. Just build Hugh Grant commander and put Post Malone in it. Let's get a game. Let's play. I don't care. So I gotta ask, now that we've got secret layers of Hugh Grant and Chris Pine, are they going to get universes within treatments the same way Stranger Things and Street Fighter did? Because does Dungeons & Dragons count as something that gets a universes within version? Does it help that these are mechanically unique through a secret layer? I think they said that Dungeons & Dragons doesn't count for universes within treatments, but that secret layers with mechanically unique mechanics do. So does that mean this? I don't know. We're supposed to get it for The Walking Dead as well. They said we're gonna give you Universes Within for The Walking Dead. Hey, have they released the Universes Within for No, they haven't done that yet. But there's a little bit of a twist here, and that twist is this. Maybe it isn't a good thing if some of your most passionate fans, which I think it's safe to say I am one, are getting to a point where they just don't care about a lot of what you put out. Maybe, and I'm just spitballing here, you want the people who love your game, and again, I am someone who loves this game. Maybe you don't want them to just look at some of your biggest spectacle stuff and say, whatever. But that's what I'm saying about the one ring. Chris Pine, a mechanically unique secret lair magic card. Whatever. Blah 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 blah. First, let's begin with the most obvious and most important thing. This video is not meant as a yucking of anyone's yum, least of all my own. Yeah, that's right. I am super excited for the Lord of the Rings set, even though I absolutely am opposed to it being modern legal, a dichotomy I will get to in just a moment. But this is not a video about the Lord of the Rings set, so much as it is a video about the one true ring, or even more specifically, the one of printing of a special treatment, and why I don't care about it, period. That doesn't mean I don't care about the Lord of the Rings set. It just means that I do not really care about the one true ring. And along those lines, it also doesn't mean that I hate these new secret lair cards. In fact, I already said I think they are amazing, awesome designs, and it doesn't mean I hate secret lairs at all. In fact, I spent nearly an hour talking about how I'm actually pretty okay with secret lairs for the most part in a video that most people didn't watch because it didn't have a very clickbaity title. I mean, in it, I demonstrated that there's a foiling technique currently around that has foils that don't curl, but no one cared because it didn't have a thumbnail that said, "The dark truth about secret lairs that Wizards of the Coast doesn't want you to know. Exposed!" You see, none of this affects me in any way whatsoever, and I'm going to explain how it really doesn't affect you either. Special treatments have always been a really cool thing about Magic the Gathering cards. From the old player rewards cards that were just sent as rewards for playing at your local game store, to cool judge promos such as the now famous Phyrexian language Elish Norn, to masterpieces that appeared like lottery tickets at the rate of about one per case of regular $4 Magic the Gathering draft boosters. Special treatments have held that place as hard to get, expensive versions of existing game pieces, and I've always loved them. Some of these, like that Elish Norn Judge promo or the Kaladesh Soul Ring, were not only extremely expensive in their time, but are still extremely expensive today. But they were also something that you could conceivably get a hold of. You might know a friend who's a judge, or maybe be encouraged to become a judge yourself. If you wanted that full art Niv Mizzet, you could conceivably trade enough cards, or perhaps sell them to get a hold of one. Or maybe you just crack that soul ring in a booster pack. You know, I cracked a lot of Kaladesh because out of all the masterpieces, inventions were some of my absolute favorites, and I cracked, well, several of them, but not the soul ring, no. But I cracked a Mana Vault, and then I sold that Mana Vault on eBay for like $300, and then I mailed the vault to someone with registered tracking mail, and it said it arrived. But the person said, no, it didn't arrive. And I said, but it says it arrived. And this person said, no, it didn't arrive. And then the person said to eBay, hey, that purchase didn't arrive. And then eBay said to me, well, you're just gonna have to give that $300 back. And I said, but it says it arrived. And eBay says, this person says it didn't. And I said, can I have my Mana Vault back? And eBay said, I guess it's lost. You should check with USPS. And I did. I did check with USPS. And they said, it arrived. See, on the tracking. It arrived, and I said, yes, I see. And that's the story of the last time I ever sold Magic the Gathering cards on eBay. Thank goodness when it comes to selling Magic the Gathering cards, there's awesome alternatives to eBay, like TCG Player and Channel Fireball. Hey, did you know Card Kingdom has a union, and they were really cool about recognizing that union? And if you like me and the channel, you just go to cardkingdom.com/TCC. You buy something there, and that's cool that they're there. You can even sell them your cards. I think they really need that right now. I seem to recall something about like, hey, we sure wish more people sold their cards to us, and you can do that right there. Just go to cardkingdom.com/TCC. Anyway, my point is, I have always advocated that super rare treatments are fine and cool. It's totally okay if there's a $1,000 version of Sol Ring, because there's still a $2 version for everyone to play with. And everyone from collectors to even the average player can also be excited about the very rare special Sol Ring, because if they really, really, really want it, then maybe they can find a way to get it. Or if not, then there's a plethora of cool alternate art and special treatments that are available through myriad means, such as cracking packs to attending special events. But as for the one true ring, I'm not excited. Not at all. I'm not angry about it either. I just don't care. Why? Because it's not something I will ever own or ever can own. It's not something you will ever own. It's not something your friends or your friends' friends will ever even see a copy of, because it's probably never even going to be opened. And if it is opened, you know it's just going to be opened by some rich dickweed, or bought and opened by a rando who then sells it to a rich dickweed. But we all know the most likely place that the one of ring is going to end up, and that's in a landfill with a bunch of other unsold, overprinted Magic the Gathering product. The difference between the one of ring and, say, the Elish Norn Judge promo or Masterpiece Sol Ring is that this is conceived of entirely as just a marketing ploy, not a real collectible. It's a commercial, a paid-for fluff article in a disreputable magazine. It is meant to sell packs of Magic cards, the most expensive packs of Magic cards, in fact, but it is not actually meant to, create anything for the people who buy those packs to ever get, other than perhaps a feeling that they must spend a lot of money and open a lot of packs to then absolutely, positively never ever get the one of ring. Because there's just no way. There's no way you're going to be able to get this. It's less likely than winning the lottery. And you know what? I'm not angry, because I'm not angry the lottery exists, but it doesn't mean I love it. I just don't play it. I just don't care. Whatever. Thank you. Next. Please note, if right now you are posting a comment or tweeting a tweet or starting a Reddit thread that says something like, "Oh, wow, Professor, if you don't care about Magic the Gathering anymore, maybe you should take a break. Stop buying so many cards, or stop playing the game altogether. Just go play something else. As the kids say, go eat some grass." Well, if that's what you're saying, then there's something you're not realizing. And that something is, bite me. I love Magic the Gathering, and I'm excited about many, many, many Magic the Gathering things, like March of the Machines, or returning to Eldraine, the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It's going to have merfolk in it. Or the next set of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. We're getting 3 of those sets over the next year. What? They only made 1 set? Why would they only make 1 set of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty? It should have been a block. Well, I am excited for Commander Legends anyway. I'm not excited about the fact that Commander Legends is going to be $500 a box. Nope, don't like that. But I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for the Lord of the Rings set. Even though I don't like that it's modern legal, I'd actually go so far as to say I hate that it's modern legal, but I love the set. I love the cards that they've previewed so far, the flavor, the feel. It looks so cool. It's so exciting. I'm legitimately excited for this. But I hate that it's modern legal. Oh my God, how I hate that it's modern legal. How can I have two complex and different opinions about an aspect of a hobby in which I participate? Because it's possible to have two complex and different opinions about an aspect of a hobby that you participate in. Stop trying to pigeonhole me. I can be critical of things I love and still love those things that I am critical of. The set looks lit. No, it shouldn't be legal and modern. Hey, look, there's my Lord of the Rings video. Make sure to like and subscribe. You know, there was an alternate title to this video, and the alternate title is actually what I want to emphasize and end on. And that alternate title was, I'm changing the way I think about Magic the Gathering. And if I could have you take only one thing away from this video, it's not the jokes or the lovable snark or even the incredibly valid points that I make throughout. No, what I hope you take away from this video is that as Magic the Gathering changes, and it has changed and it will continue to change, that it's okay to change with it. It does not mean you need to like everything about those changes, but it also doesn't mean you have to abandon the game entirely. It means you get to determine how you, as player and as customer, interact with and react to this new phase of the game. Magic the Gathering has shifted from beneath our feet, but I don't have to quit playing just because there are aspects of this game that I no longer enjoy or agree with, because there is still so much about this game that I enjoy and agree with. We all have the right to enjoy and engage with this game on our own terms, and everything I discussed in this video today are not going to make me any less excited for my next game of Pauper, or take away from the joy that I get building a new commander deck, or in any way diminish the hours upon hours of fun I get to have playing Magic the Gathering with my friends. The elements about this game that I don't like will never take what I do love about Magic away from me. I will just look Chris Pine right in his eyes and say, whatever, I don't care. Now, whether or not a strategy of selective apathy is a good one for the business that is Magic the Gathering is another matter entirely, but I'll leave that one to the executives at Hasbro.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
It's one more commander game with one more mana, and we're all playing what we think is our quickest commander. Move to declare attackers.
I don't want to have to say it again. Kill Ken first.
If you really want to make me suffer, you have to fight me behind the Arby's.
If I really want to make you suffer, I'll make you eat at Arby's.
Blake, I'm just going to go out in a ball of flames. You know what?
You're in green.
I'm mono red at heart.
I'm gonna tap my Piper. She's gonna sing a little song, and Donglade Regent's gonna come in.
Shake my fist to the sky.
Are you being mana screwed over there?
Yes, in a land deck.
Welcome to Fast Magic, where we search our libraries for longer than the turns take.